that Barry's throwing remotes and everything else.
Alright, you guys. So, we're going to give Rich, after these 2 videos, I just want to review what he said. I don't want to give him his props for what he said. And everybody in the comments, even if you don't like Rich because he's a fucking liar and everything else, give him his props on this. He stood on business. He told Barry how it was. And you got to respect the man for that. Because he could have went a totally different way with this. And, you know, went a totally different way. And he chose the right way. And, Rich, I'm going to keep my word. Today's Wednesday. I'll pick up a review Saturday. You'll have that many days without me or Dad reviewing your stuff.
But I won't ever call you suspicious again or anything like that. You got my word on that.
Yep.
I mean, you stood on the right shit, so.
Yep. You got
don't make me fucking regret.
So, before we get into this, Dad, how pissed do you think Barry was at these 2 videos?
Oh, Barry was throwing a remote, dude. Barry is depressed right now. I mean.
And don't worry, folks, we're getting some Barry content here next. Don't worry, until Saturday, you guys are going to have Barry content. And Rich, maybe you just misspeak, man. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you did the right thing here.
I mean, you'd have to fucking...
First of all, I don't know who this Beamer guy is, and I don't want him shouting out my channel. I don't know him. Second of all, I don't approve of anybody who's 60 years old messing around with somebody who's 18. You have to at least go to 48 in order to be sane in the head. Anything younger than that, you get a problem.
Dad, you want to speak on that and give Rich his props there?
Dude, I mean, that's exactly how I feel. I mean, if that kid could have sat on your lap as a child and rode your knee, you know, like a horse or something, you know what I mean? Then that motherfucking person is way too young for you to be trying to sleep with. Period. If it could be your kid, your grandkid, it is way too young to be fucking attracted to and sleeping with. There's a big difference between seeing a girl and saying she's pretty and being attracted to a girl that's young. There's a big difference. My daughter is pretty, but I'd be pissed if a dude was fucking 60 years old trying to mack on my kid.
Yep. Oh, my dog is hurt. Oh,
so
he's old. But I do want to say this, Rich. You got like a little bit of my respect. Like, you may be a liar and you may make up stories and all this other bullshit, but at least you didn't try to like latch on to Barry's bullshit and run with it. At least you saw through it.
And as far as racial things are concerned, I'm not a racist. A word slips out doesn't make you a racist. It makes you a person who slipped on a word. So I don't want messages in my comment section about this guy. I don't know who he is.
And Rich, I'm gonna give you the props there. At least you admitted to saying it. At least here you did the right thing. Now, whether you pull it back later on, that's another story. But here you admit to saying it. So that's a step in the right direction. It doesn't make you an idiot to say that word. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
I don't want him on my channel. I don't want comments, none of that. I've seen how in one of the videos that these guys posted how he was picking a fight. Dude, if you're 60 years old, you can't go picking fights with people in the public. What the hell's the matter with you?
Hold on. Let me speak on that, Rich, because I know you're going to watch this, man. He didn't pick a fight, buddy. We walked past him twice that fucking day when it was just me and Austin, and it was him, his son, and another dude with a beard and a hoodie. Twice. And there was vendors around, but no other people. You know what I'm saying? Nothing between us but air and opportunity. He waited till there's fucking 500 people standing around, children, women, to start screaming at me from a half a block back.
Yep.
He's a fucking coward, dude.
And
his whole stick is intimidation and bullshit and fear. That's his whole stick, man. He is the worst of the worst.
And again, you stood on business here, and you told how it was in both these, and I respect that.
If he wanted to fight,
none of this is
he would have took
it.
it when we
I
was
don't want to be associated with that. There you go, guys.
Rich, you stood on business, man. I mean, you got. I mean, I'm gonna give you respect for that. I mean, there's some things I don't respect you on, but I respect you on that. You stood on business. You got my props from that. You respect for
A
that.
couple more things to be tossed out, and that'll be it. I got.
Oh, here we go. This is another one. And again, give Rich his props, you guys.
Okay, well, I do have to say something about this guy. I did see something in Poor Man's Speed Shop.
I don't make up shit, Rich. I
I saw him at, like, I guess it was some kind of
make accusations.
car show or fair or something. I guess Jack and Austin were there, and I seen some old guy sitting there screaming, calling somebody MFer and all this other crap.
See the little girl begging him to
Scaring the
stop.
crap out of kids, and somebody trying to get the old person to stop trying to cause a fight or something. If that's Barry, I really don't want nothing to do with that.
He wasn't trying to cause a fight. That's the
and I
point I'm
seen
getting
some-
at. He was putting on a show, man. That's the whole point with
Okay.
When I talk about him seeing us alone, and then it's because he was putting on a show, man. If he was about fighting, it would have been when we was alone.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
People like him, it's about the show. It's so that when he went home that day, he can look in the mirror now and say, they had their shot. No, how the fuck did I have a shot? There's 500 fucking people around, dude.
Hang on, I want to speak on something. And Rich, he did not get mad until he saw us talking to a person.
I don't think that's not it. I'm telling you,
That's
not
gotta
it.
be it. He walked
No,
past
it's
us
not.
twice.
There was nobody around, dude. That's what I mean. I want people to get it construed. I'm not saying there was. Yeah, you're right. He walked past us twice when there was nobody around. If he would have started running his mouth, he was close enough. We could have handled it. He waited until there's 500 fucking people to stand between him and me to run his fucking mouth.
Yep.
The first 2 times he seen us, there was nobody besides vendors. We was 2 feet from each other, dude. He's a fucking punk. He's a coward.
Because we were talking to a person that knows Barry very well, and then he got butthurt.
We had 2 other people before that stop us and say, "Hey, you guys are the ones doing the shit on Barry, right?" And they was fucking vendors at this event.
One of them is a big Ford guy. That's almost
Yeah. Said you guys are the ones on Barry, and we was like, yeah. It's like, hey, yeah,
close
cool.
friend.
The one guy's like, hey man, let me shake your hand. I mean, this dude is a nuisance. He's been a problem in this area for years. I mean, we've been looking for ways to get him away from our. I mean, you just don't even know. I can't go into a bunch of detail about it because people down there are kind of afraid of this man. Not because he'll come catch you at the gas station by yourself and beat you up, because he will fucking screw your fucking window shut in your house and burn it while you're in it, dude. That's the type of dude he is.
He's fucking insane.
You know what I mean? He'll come fucking fill your master cylinder full of fucking water. You know what I mean? According to them, I don't personally
Well,
see
I mean,
it,
everybody
but
was calling me a racist because I let a word slip. This guy goes in.
And again, Rich, I'm gonna give you your props. Again, thanks for owning that. You owned it. Now, whether you take it back in a week or so, that's on you.
listen, what makes it bad, Rich, is that's the first word that came to your mouth. That's the first thing you seen him, and that was the first thing that came to your mouth.
But again, you gotta give him props. He owns it. I mean,
But no. That's all you had to do from the beginning is just own it, move on. It is what it is. I mean,
The
you
details about
can't get mad at
things.
somebody saying that you're racist. If that's the case, man, you just have to accept that shit and move on. And I mean, don't let it bother you. If you know you ain't racist, then that's all that matters, dude.
With him doing this, maybe he's not. Maybe he just is an idiot or something. You know.
I mean, maybe you're just from a different time. Maybe. I mean, it is what it is.
Is it racist to use that word? In my opinion, yes. But I mean, maybe you just fucked up. Maybe you just are having a bad day.
Using the word's bad enough, but what makes it bad when people see the video, what makes it bad is it's the first thing that comes in. It wasn't you motherfucker, you dickhead. It was straight to collar. That's what makes it bad. But he apologized. He owned it. He can't. What else is he gonna do?
So here we go.
At least he's not denying it.
Ready to listen to this?
Yes.
Well, I mean, everybody was calling me a racist because I let a word slip. This guy goes into details about things that really are totally racist. I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't even say that. he was saying something.
And he's so ignorant, man. I mean, listen, African Americans are the one race that is the most less likely to catch headlights, dude. That's what I mean. He's the most ignorantest person in the world, dude. I mean, ignorant, man. There is nothing redeeming about Barry Beamer. Nothing.
And then to make his little remarks about mixed race babies, like
Right.
About
I tell you what,
Raymore.
and Barry will watch this too. This has nothing to do with you. So I'm making that clear. Barry makes a joke about Mako David not being Jeff's real father, which is it's not true at all. I'm not saying it, but if it was, wouldn't that make David even a better guy than he already is? Like
To
wouldn't
raise
that?
a kid
Yeah.
like he is?
Like, and I'm bringing that back to me. My stepson isn't my biological son, but I treat him. You can ask Dad like he's my own. I love that kid more than life itself.
Barry makes that sound like that's a weakness. He like that's flawed.
I mean, if that kid, if it came between a truck, he ran out in the road, man, I could save him, and maybe get hit by the truck to save him. I would do it in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, how do you feel about your stepkid, dude? I mean, you had a stepkid. I mean, did you see him any different? I mean, I don't know how y'all's relationship was, but
and
it's none of my
not taking a
business, I'm just
bath and
saying.
smelling and oh my God! I mean, you want to talk about detail as far as being a racist? That just didn't sound right.
He's the definition.
There's just some things you don't do, and
Listen, and I'm gonna be this dude. I don't give a fuck. People are people. If you see skin tone, then you're racist. People are people. We're all Americans. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We're all Americans. We're all people. And that's the problem. The government right now, up until this point, was trying to divide us all, dude. We all need to come together. We're all Americans.
getting a little steamed at an adult, not a child, and letting a word slip because I do something in traffic. That's not the best thing for them, but you see it all the time.
But Rich, what made it bad is you saw color.
There's no excuse for the word, but you know what I mean. Anywho, the other thing is the fighting thing. Yeah, I don't condone that. I wouldn't sit there and try and pick a fight at a car show or what the hell they call it, those
Swap meet.
places where you get parts for cars. I forget what the hell.
A swap meet. That's what it was. It was a swap meet. He was banned shortly after that from going to the actual car show and swap meet.
He's banned from any fast food.
Yeah,
event
because
ever.
of his actions.
It wasn't just that day that got him banned, though, guys. It wasn't. They was having problems with him from years, from wanting to drive his cars around through the fucking events, to that you can see in the one video where he attacks one of the main members' wives, dude.
To where that main member wanted to go after him.
Yeah, I mean they had to
Like calm him down.
Yeah, I mean, which understandably.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody came up my way, I'd want to
calling her a fat bitch and shit. I mean, I would be pissed too. I mean,
Like all. And I don't condone going after kids of the age of 18 if you're 60. I think there's something wrong with you if you have to go that young. I mean, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't go there. That's not my thing. I got better things to do in my life. Plus the fact that, what are you gonna do with them? Really. You're not on the same wavelength. You don't listen to the same music. You don't like the same food. You don't have anything in common. So I don't get that. That don't make any sense.
Preach it, Rich. Preach it.
And then, let's see, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I don't want shout outs from these people. If you want to shout out somebody else. I don't want to be affiliated with you with that kind of a mess. If that's the way you got to act in public and that's the way you talk, and that's how racist you are, then, no. I'm not dealing with that. In any event, on top of everything else, house is not being foreclosed on me.
All right, we're gonna pause it there. I'll do this video Saturday, and we'll discuss this. But Rich, you stood on it, man. Much respect for that. I respect the hell out of you for that. Because this could have went a totally different way. You could have took Barry and shouted him out back. It could have went that way. I mean, and it didn't. And kudos to you, man, for that. Because if you would have shouted out Rich, I think, or if you would have shouted out Barry, I think it would probably would have went a totally different way for you and not in a good light. At least this gives, even with my followers, this gives you a little bit more of a respect. You may be an idiot, you may be a liar, and you may be stupid for letting that word slip and everything else. But at least when push came to shove, you did the right thing here. And respect for you, man. I'll see you Saturday, Rich. Bye-bye.